You know, man, I love your audience. You don't know how many people saw that episode and have come to me and said, you know, I made a big mistake and I went through a dark time and I turned it into a positive. And I think only folks that have been through that can really talk about that and can articulate that and can then provide hope to folks who are actually going through that. And you're that guy, Joey. And I'm just really grateful for that conversation. I'm grateful that folks have come up to me and said that actually had an impact. We're not here just, you know, I mean, look, man, we want to make people laugh. We want to have a good conversation. But if through this you actually get to reach somebody and give them a little bit of a hope if they're in a tough time, it's beautiful, man. And I think your story and the way you conduct yourself, for me, it's inspiring. And people have no idea what it's like to be on set with you. What a gift that is. You get a front row ticket to Joey Diaz. You understand, we're shooting the show. Then you get to sit in the back room or among the chairs. Normally, I just stay in character. I stay with it. But I was like a magnet to those chairs because I get to hear Joey just cracking everybody. I mean, the crowd. People don't understand how big of a gift it is to be on set with you, man.
It was fun.
It was
Those
fun.
were long fucking nights, and we got into some great conversations with the guy from The Brother. He was great late night. He was talking some fun. He was dropping some truths, too. The guy that, Harold? Yeah, Harold.
Oh, Leslie?
Leslie is fucking, we had some great talks at night. He's a deep fucking dude. I didn't know he could sing. But the thing that you, me, that guy is really talented. The thing that you, me, and him have in common, we love what we do, and we opened up our world to take advice. You appreciate your audience. Nobody appreciates their audience more than me. They made me become a better comic and a better person because I knew they were there.
That's right.
I knew they were there. They're there. They're there watching you. They're there watching your every move to make sure you're not a flash in the pan or you're bullshitting them or you're a hypocrite. I've been with them, and I love them.
Giving you love. If somebody gives you love, how you receive, you've got to give that love right back.
You got to give it back.
And it's valuable, and they're coming to see Joey Diaz. That means something. It means something to them, so it means something to you, of course.
When you walk on that set, I'm thinking about my performance, but I'm also thinking about my behavior, and I'm thinking about the people that are coming to see that movie. They're going to have to get a babysitter. They're going to have to drive. They're going to have to do so much to go see that fucking movie.
That's right.
I get all that. I got that from comedy. They're going to get a baby. On top of the fucking shit you're hitting them with, you know, the popcorn and the fucking Raisinets for $22.50 and the whole fucking thing, they got to go through a babysitter. They're going to go out to dinner, right? You're going to take your wife out to dinner before you go to a movie. There's all these things you got to do, so I appreciate them doing that. I know how hard it is to say goodbye to your daughter and your son. I'm going to see some fucking stupid movie or whatever. I consider all that shit. So I want to be the best. When I used to do comedy, I would do the spots at the store, and people are not going to believe the story. But I'll tell you how fucking shitty I am as a fucking comic. I would do spots because I never wanted to bomb on the weekend. So what I did was I did more sets so the percentages would be in my favor. So a lot of comics just go out on the weekends, and then they'll bomb on the road one show. They'll go 1 out of 5 shows. They'll bomb. I didn't want to do that to my audience. So I'd rather take a bomb on a Tuesday or a Thursday because I know it's coming. You got to know it's coming. Once you put your hands up, I don't care how good a defense.
What's that ratio? What's that ratio? How many shows you expect a bomb out of? Like if you do 10 shows, are you definitely going to have a bomb?
2 out of 10.
No, really?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck who you are. It's the odds.
A bomb for you or with the audience? I've never seen you bomb your life. I can't
You
imagine.
bomb. Well, we're overcritical. You're overcritical. You look at it. You watch a movie and you do something wrong with your hand, you beat yourself up.
Of course.
You do a bad choice, you beat yourself up. Well, I just
more than me.
no, and that's what you need to do. You need to beat yourself up.
That's right.
You know, when you're driving home, when I had to drive up Laurel Canyon, that's a beating. That's a fucking beating. That's a beating that your father would give you. You got to get your life together. You got to step up. They're giving you this opportunity. You're going to be a pussy the rest of your life. You're going to be a pussy the rest of your life. You just ate a bag of dicks. Don't let it happen again. You know, that's the talk. But when you're a performer, when you're a baseball player, you bat 364. There's a percentage.
That's right.
So I'd rather go out during the week and take a brick to the fucking head on a Tuesday than take a brick to the head when those people have a babysitter. And when they really care. And sometimes I didn't bomb on a Tuesday, and sometimes I didn't bomb on a Thursday. So I knew I had to work extra hard. I had to go over my set list before I got on stage, backwards and frontwards, you know, even though I make it look organic. That's the whole thing, is making it look organic. I want them to think that I said it for the first time. I've said it 3,000 times.
Of course.
That's where we're at, brother.
That's it. I'm with you.
And that's your love, and I could see it in your work. And that's the most important thing that people have to see. If you call it in, people will see that too. I remember one night I opened up for Rogan. Wasn't prepared, and somebody came up to me after the show, and they said, "Dog, you called it in." It destroyed me. Your original feeling is to punch him in the mouth, but then you're like, that's the punk in me. That punk doesn't exist anymore.
That's right.
He came to me to tell me a real thought. He knows that he expected more from me, and I called it in.
Sure.
So he came up to me and told me the truth.
It's actually a good friend. A good friend tells you the truth no matter what. That's the only kind of friend you want.
And this guy wasn't a friend. He was a guy in the audience that paid $25 or $40 or whatever he paid to see Rogan, and he got a piece of shit from me. And I agree with him. That night I went up to the room and I was furious. You know, that's, if you don't get furious, there's a problem. It's like people who say, well, how do you still get butterflies? If you don't get butterflies, you shouldn't be in there.
That's right.
If you put me in the ring with a 4-year-old, I'm going to get butterflies. Because I know I'm going to get hit, or I'm going to get kicked, I'm going to kick him. I might beat him his ass. He's 4. I might pull his fucking hair. The Small Engine Repair, tremendous movie. Saw it twice, started watching it again last night. I'm trying to figure out with the wife how to connect it to the TV so we could see it, because I'm a fucking idiot. I had to sit there. Great story, great acting.
Thank you, man.
When is this coming out?
So it was in theaters, and now it's just coming out. It's going to be on demand. It's going to be on video on demand now for a few weeks, and then it'll come out in Hulu, I think, next month. So you can see it on demand now. You know, look, you know, it's a movie. It's a real passion project. We did that as a play 10 years ago in LA at a 40-seat theater in a late night piece. Me and John, you know, the guy who stars in the movie, he wrote it and directed it too. You know, he's a guy from New Hampshire. You know, it's about the kind of guys that don't really make movies about anymore. You know, just blue collar, real guys. And it's really explores a father's love for his kid. I know you understand that and what you do. Nobody's perfect in that movie. You know, it's very much about the gray area, and it's about, you know, sometimes the way we talk. You know, you get joking around with guys, you say things, but then sometimes it goes a little bit too far, and it sort of explores that. And then sometimes it gets dangerous. And nowadays, with all the pressure on these young kids with social media, I don't want to give away nothing in the story, but it shows how one thing can kind of lead to another, and the difference between just talking a little shit and when it actually gets toxic and when it gets actually very dangerous, and what that does to these guys. And the way that they handle it is imperfect. You know, there's